So I want you guys to know that this program was designed from the perspective of if I was your age, when I was your age, if I had this program, I might have been, the next Mark Zuckerberg or Jay-Z or somebody who I respect. Okay, so this program is designed to show you guys how to make a success of yourselves in anything. Right? So the workout you just did was extraordinarily challenging. Right? It was again a CrossFit workout. And like I said, these workouts are done by people who are the most fit and elite in the world. I'm talking about military, UFC fighters, professional athletes. They did what you did, and you just completed it. So again, a little more clapping for yourselves. That's huge. You guys are bonded by that. You saw each other sweat, work hard, no one quit. That unites you. That makes you a community. Okay? So like I said in the beginning, I don't run a gym, I'm not a trainer, I'm not a fitness trainer, I'm a storyteller. I'm going to tell you a story. Okay? And the story is about t-shirt. Okay? Watch the screen. I love t-shirts. Okay? I think shirts are one of the most simple and direct forms of communication. Right? We all wear things and they communicate very instantly to other people who you're about. And in today's day and age, there's a lot of communication going on. And I'm going to tell you that communication is everything, right? It's how you work out, it's how you present yourself to the world, it's the stuff that you do. I personally believe that all of you, with the ability to communicate effectively and to be engaged, can do anything you want. Okay? I actually think you guys have more power and more skill and more talent and more passion and more opportunity than people who are already established and much richer than you. Okay? I think you guys actually have much more going for you. I need it, and I'll show you how. Okay? So I'll tell you about this shirt. Okay? This shirt was an idea that I had last Christmas, a little under a year ago. Okay? I was looking for something cool to do for the holidays. And, I find that Christmas is very commercial. It's kind of lost its spirit. And I wanted to do something that was kind of cool. I took all the money that I was going to use on gifts and other things, and I printed these shirts. Okay? I got the idea because I was listening to a radio show, and one of my heroes, Mike Pinball Clemens, does anyone know who he is? Right? He was on the radio talking about this project. Okay? He was raising money to build schools in Africa. Okay? You know how much it costs to build a school in Africa? Any guess? How much is it? How much? $1 million? Okay, a rough guess. Is it $1 million? It's cheaper than how much? Good guess. $8,500. $8,500. It's like such a small amount, right? To build a school where hundreds, thousands of kids can actually get a future in a place where it's very tough to do so. That's a really powerful thing. It's not a lot of money. So I was like, that's a very simple goal. And I did the math. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to print up these shirts. I got my friend at the bake shop who you're actually going to meet. So you print up these shirts. And I was going to give some away to my family and friends for Christmas gifts. And the other half I was going to sell for a year. And we're going to raise money. We sold 500 shirts, we built a school. Okay? And I thought that was a really good project. It was very simple. Christmas, shirt, build a school. And I don't know how I was going to do it. I'm not in the industry. I don't have a clothing company. But I think anybody can do anything these days, right? And I think that with the right people behind you and the right ideas, this is pinball right here, we can do anything. And so what I did was, I used the tools that I had, okay? I had the shirt and I had an idea. I also had Facebook, okay? Facebook was free. Just like Scott was telling us that, a tweet that he just sent got retweeted by someone in Hawaii, right? The world is very small. The world right now is about this size, okay? So what I did was, I went on Facebook, and one day, okay, all I did was something very simple. I got all my friends to change their profile pics to a picture of the shirt, right? That picture that you saw. So you see that? And suddenly, every profile on Facebook had that shirt. And the message spread. In one day, sold 200 shirts. Okay? One day. No startup, right? Just an idea, sold 200 shirts, raised almost half the money. Okay? And to me, that was a really amazing thing to be able to accomplish, right? The goal was to make it grow bigger, and we actually did. We got this guy to wear a shirt. Anyone know who that is? It should. That's Drake at the Junos with his shirt, right? Drake, probably the hottest rapper right now. And that's his manager. And after the Japan disaster, we did a show for Japan. We raised money for the Japan project. So the T-shirt became this amazing ability to communicate that you care. That was about, was communicating. It's like, you know what? I'm going to wear a shirt. I wear a shirt anyway, but I'm going to communicate that I actually care about something, and this shirt actually does something, right? Because everything we do means something. So this was the idea behind the shirt. And that led me into new directions. And I started thinking in other ways, and the concept for School of Hustle came up. School of Hustle was a way to take the youth that we work with, okay? Youth, such as the youth from Ainsley's program. We have an after-school program here. We found that through this athletic CrossFit training we do at the Academy of Lions, that people started to put themselves together. They got healthier, they got mentally strong, they got confident, they walked around with some pride, right? Good posture and pride. And we found that they were able to take on more challenges and opportunity. And so what we did was we gave them more opportunity. Once they were done, getting themselves together through athletics and nutrition and fitness, we gave them opportunity to work for us. Okay, School of Hustle. This is clothing that's made here. There we go. There we go. There's Amadeo. This is clothing that's made here. We make it here in the back of the academy. You'll see some of it over there. You'll see some of it in shops around Toronto. You'll see some of it being worn by Toronto Maple Leafs, also former professional football players, rappers, and DJs, right? So this stuff's being worn by a lot of people now. And it's printed right here, and it's all by kids like you, right? We just thought that they wanted the opportunity. We gave them, we showed them how to do everything, right? They learned in the process, and this kid right here in Amadeo was someone who started a program just like what we did. And now, he's making these shirts. He made this shirt, it's on the website. He makes pretty much all of those, and he's making money. He started as a member of our program, and now he's making money. We pay him to do this stuff. He's making his own living, right? The concept is, you can do anything. Don't worry about getting a job. Make your job. Make it happen, right? This is what we're going to try to teach you here. And there's no excuses anymore. This kid's my hero, okay? He's in grade 6, okay? And he's doing a TED Talk. TED is an amazing series. I suggest that everybody go to TED.com and start watching TED lectures. Lectures of some of the most important people in the world, okay? And this kid, Thomas, is in grade 6, and he's designing apps for iPads, for iPhones, right? And he's in grade 6, and he's making money. And not only that, he's actually building programs in his schools, and the schools are making money from the program, right? This kid's going to be a millionaire, right? And he is an amazing example of what you guys are able to do. And in his TED Talk, if you guys ever check it out, he says that basically you guys, youth, you actually know this technology. It's intuitive, right? You know how to use it better than me or Scott, right? It's part of you. You grew up with it. And you're able to do this stuff if you just have the right guidance, right? And the right understanding of how to do things. You're able to use it and make your own way. And the world is different now, right? The world is completely different because of this guy. Who knows who that is? Who's that? In the news recently. If you don't know yet,
some young dude.
Some dude. That's Steve Jobs, okay? The guy who gave us. He died. He died very recently. And he gave us the, I'm obviously a fan, right? And this guy basically made technology very personal and available, so we all can use it. And you're going to be using a lot of technology in this program as well. But basically, it just gives you a way to communicate. It's not complicated, really. It just gives you a way to close the room in, right? So the world's not so big anymore, and you can turn your world into this, into Facebook, right? Where you can communicate. You now have the power to communicate with millions, billions of people like this, right? Like Scott did. And Scott's communicating with billions of people right now. And I'll tell you not the end, but the new beginning of the This Shirt story. I was actually giving a presentation at Roots. Everyone knows who Roots is? Roots Canada, right? These guys. I was giving a presentation. We're doing a project for them as well. And I mentioned this shirt, right? And the owners, Michael and Don, who are amazing people, entrepreneurs, started from nothing, just two friends who started from nothing. They're like, we like the idea. Guess what? Roots is going to carry this shirt in a couple weeks. and they're going to be building schools, right? So probably, I don't know the specific date, but sometime in the beginning of December, probably in a couple weeks, you'll see this in root stores, right? And we're going to probably build in one day a school or two, right? Just people, like, right? A year ago, less than a year ago, this happened, and it just kept on rolling, right? And you know what? You know what the secret was? I'm too stupid I'm too stupid to think that it was a bad idea. I just thought, why not do it, right? And look what turned out. An amazing thing. So this entire workshop today, and in fact this entire process, okay, this entire program is devoted to this, is to a brand, okay? Now, a lot of people, I don't know if you guys ever thought about what a brand is, okay? Does anyone tell me what they think a brand might be? Anybody? What's a brand? Huh? What's that? Scott? Can we move away from that for a second? What's that? Who knows what that is? Nike. Everyone. Who doesn't know what that is? Everyone knows what that is. That's a brand. Okay? With one little few pixels, they're able to communicate a lot of stuff. Okay? What does Nike as a brand communicate with you? Give me 3 words at the top of your mind.
Athlete.
Athlete. Okay, good. What else? Give me 3 words. Quick, quick.
Clothes.
What?
Clothes.
Goals?
Clothes.
Clothes. Good.
Success.
Good. What?
Doing it.
Just do it. Like today, maybe I yelled in the workout. Just do it, guys, right? Okay. What else? Go deeper. Running. What else?
Performance.
What?
Performance.
Performance.
Sketch ups.
What?
Spice ups.
Maybe some negative stuff too, right? Totally. We have to be aware of that too. But how amazing is this that one little can communicate all that? Isn't that amazing? Like think about it. How amazing is that you can communicate that much, right? Communication is an interesting thing. And I'm going to show you how they were able to do that, right? Because if you can do that, if people can recognize you, Jordan, right? Good name, right? If they can recognize Jordan, you're wearing Jordans, right? What that name represents. If your name can mean that, right? If your name could mean, you know, strong, confident, athletic, positive, all that stuff. If that's about you, you're saying a lot, right? If people recognize that about you, guess what? They're going to want to work with you. They're going to want to give you attention. They're going to want to give you grants, money, whatever, right? So that's what I'm going to show you guys how to do it. So we're talking today about brand, too fast, brand DNA. DNA, the genetics, okay? And a brand is nothing more than an identity, okay? It's just who you are. It's what you speak. So I'm going to tell you a very simple formula. It's going to be broken down into 3 things, okay? And this is where it starts. Community is the first thing. It's the first thing I mentioned at the beginning of the day, community, okay? What is a community? Anyone give me a couple of guesses? You may not have ever think about it before, but you all know what it is. What's community?
Group of people.
Group of people. Good start. So it's more than one person.
Group of people that are related.
Related somehow. Amazing. Amazing. A network. 5 burpee exemption. A network. Fantastic. A network, related, connection. These are all good things.